Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to the Bronx Queens Bros podcast, better known as the BQB podcast. I'm Big B. We got Big D. We also got Jack B. We're finally back. It's been a while. We're all in the same state and country now. And the Mets and Yankees have gone to shit. Dave, how you doing?
I'm good. I think BQB took a little Daniel Vogelback break. You know, we just needed some time to reset. But hopefully we come back with a little better production than, let's say, Vogelback. V, real quick, that's a nice hat you're wearing. What is that? Talk to me about that hat.
Dude, I mean, listen, we went to a minor league Somerset Patriots versus the Rumble Ponies, the AA Yankee and Met affiliates, and I picked this up. It was like the Hispanic Heritage Day sombrero something hat, and you know what? I really fuck with the colors and this color scheme, and I decided to rep them. I don't really want to rep the Mets right now, and that's why. That's all.
Interesting. And Jack, you're still staying loyal. You're in the Yankees hat. I respect it. How you doing today, Jack?
I've been better, Dave. Happy to be back with you guys. Happy to be back doing the podcast today. I heard we have an exciting one today, a nice game we have, right, to get back into things, and we're going to do a little bit of recap, unfortunately, on our lowly MLB teams, and just, you know, things continue to spiral for both teams. So can't wait to get into it, guys. But first, a message from our sponsor. V, take it away.
This episode is sponsored by one of the best kept secrets in northern New Jersey. Engineering and Design Concepts, a small company doing big things, specialize in product development, manufacturing, and test equipment. If you or anyone you know need assistance in that field, they are the company you need to contact. The link to their website will be in the description below. Now, last we spoke, I was in Europe, and the Mets had just traded Max Scherzer and David Robertson, if I'm not mistaken. They hadn't traded Verlander yet, and they hadn't traded Tommy Pham yet, and they hadn't traded Mark Canha, or maybe they did. Well, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Mets traded all those guys, and Mets threw the towel in on the season, and everyone's been saying they threw the towel in on 2024. Not sold on that. We'll have to see how the offseason really plays out for me to determine if they're throwing in the towel on next year. But the Mets got off the trade deadline 0-6. Really bad. They haven't looked much better since. They got embarrassed by the Braves. Alonso looks really good. Lindor's looked great past 50 games. McNeil's hitting great this month. Go figure, Daniel Vogelback's heating up. I hope he doesn't for much longer. Don't want to see this guy play anymore. Beatty got sent down. Vientos has been starting. And I peeped the lineup for today's game. Francisco Alvarez is the cleanup hitter, Jack. Talk about some good news right there. But, yeah, no, it's more entertaining to watch the AA Mets and the Mets in the major leagues right now.
Yeah, V, I mean, the Mets, they threw in the towel in the season for sure, and you see some of these names, got me scratching my head, like Rafael Ortega, and, I mean, of course, DJ Stewart's still getting his playing time, and, I mean, some randos.
Jonathan Ruiz.
How could I forget about Jonathan? So tough times for the Mets right now. They were able to squeak out that one win against the Braves, which, that was nice. On Sunday Night Baseball.
Hey, national television, the Mets shine. Always.
That is true.
They always shine on national. I'm convinced if they played on ESPN like 5 times a week, they'd be the best team in baseball.
Right. So, some delusion. You're seeing some delusion right now from V. A little bit of, he's just got to keep it unwillingly positive. Which I have seen from a lot of Mets fans, though. I feel like if you were to poll Mets fans and Yankee fans, and I guess this could be because of the slew of prospects that the Mets acquired, who was more optimistic about your team? I think definitely Mets fans would be more optimistic going forward with their team than the Yankee fans are, who seem to be all doom and gloom.
I will say, yeah, I mean, for the listeners, the three of us were all at that AA game. And Jack, I don't know if you experienced this, but I don't know. Just kind of watching you two watch the game, it almost seemed like even in that moment, V had a lot more going for him in that game. He was doing his scouting report. We didn't see Acuna play, which what can you do? But again, kind of to your point, Jack, it just seems like the Mets have some optimism. Yankees, it's like, what is next? Do we even know? Like, what's the direction? So,
Yeah.
good point, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah, on the Yankees' end, they just don't look right, and they just blew the trade deadline. They blew it. They knew they weren't good enough, and they said they were. I'm sorry, I don't know how you do that. They should have either traded away Glaber and IKF and all these guys and try to get some pieces to look forward to next year and whatnot, or you go add Tommy Pham. You go add somebody, anybody that's available in the outfield, third base, a starter. Clearly, you guys need starting pitching now. But we kind of knew they needed another starter. So if we knew it, they should have known it. I don't know. They blew that trade deadline. Yes, Jack, I kind of agree with you. Optimism for Mets and Yankee fans, it's got to be the Mets. Also, you look at the division. The AL East is a strong division. NL East is top heavy pretty much, but not so much this year. I guess kind of this year. The Marlins are a good team, which no one really expected, but they're tough divisions. But I think the NL East is a bit weaker than the AL East, so there's a little more optimism there. But I agree. I mean, the Mets have some nice prospects. Very excited about Acuna. This guy looks like the real deal. Gilbert, Clifford, Jeremiah Jackson, who we saw homer for us at the Double-A game. They got him the Dominic Leone trade. I mean, the Mets already have some nice prospects in Jet Williams and Kevin Parada. And starting pitching, they got Mike Vassell, Blake Tidewell. They have some nice prospects coming up through the system very soon. And hopefully they start making an impact, and this team could have a nice, young, talented team, because that's clearly the way which these the top performing teams are all young and athletic. So I think the Mets are going to try to go that way right now.
Yeah, just to get back to the Yankees quickly to recap, the trade deadline and, some of the things that have just been apparently glaringly terrible from on the Yankees front. Continues to be the same things, right? Like what V said, we basically balked on the trade deadline. We froze. We shit the bed. I don't know how a better way to say it besides that. They didn't know what to do. They thought, we would probably be better than we were. And, they decided to do nothing and say, it's right in front of us, which Aaron Boone's been telling us for the last 3 months. It's right in front of us. It's right in front of us. Well, now you see how they look, just dead against the White Sox, dead against the Marlins. It just completely bad losses. The trade for 2 relievers, one of which made headlines because of his quotes about the White Sox, which, I don't even... It's like, dude, like, I don't know. That really pissed me off. Like, dude, read the room. Like, no one's happy that you're traded here. And the other guy has, like, a career 7 ERA. He used to be a good prospect, but he's had no success in the majors. So, disappointing on that front. Disappointing how seemingly you see these reports every day how Cashman will not get fired even if they miss the playoffs. It's just, how could I forget Giancarlo Stanton walking from third to home on a single? It just seems like there's a new embarrassing clip or video of the Yankees every single day that I just will stumble across. Just the Yankees getting dunked on. How many times do I have to go on my Twitter and see the Brian Cashman quote about Josh Donaldson and, how he's no Gio Urshela, or how Gio Urshela is no Josh Donaldson. I've seen that about every day for the last 4 months. It's just not great in Yankee land right now, and it seems like Hal Steinbrenner has sacrificed, let's just be a good team that makes the playoffs. We sell a lot of tickets. We sell a lot of merchandise. Instead of the old, dynasty or the winning at all cost mentality that, it seems as though we've lost, and that's not to say that George was a great, terrific, upstanding owner, because obviously he has some shortcomings and he had a quick fuse. But this is not it, and there seems to be no accountability, no leadership. And I do feel bad. I don't mean to keep ranting, guys, but I do feel bad for Aaron Boone to a degree, because I feel like he does not have a lot of decision making power, right? I think he really doesn't do much. He's just kind of like the talking head that they throw in front of the media. Like we've said that multiple times, but some of the quotes like he'll say are just like, I don't want to hear them. I don't know who is receiving them well. Like that's his job to talk to the media. It seems like I don't know if he's stressed out. I mean, I'm sure he is. I don't know like what's going through his mind. He seems to be getting worse and worse at addressing the media. I mean, we've heard him repeat it's right in front of us 1,000 times, right? So that is ringing on deaf ears to me. Then you go to him with the whole injuries, right? Rizzo was fine. He's been on the, and then he goes on the IL, right? Rizzo was fine. Rizzo was fine. Basically lying to us. The guy has a concussion. Did the same thing last year with DJ. I mean, basically did the same thing with Rodon and Nestor, saying how they're looking good, they're getting back to being healthy, and then just all of a sudden they're both thrown on the IL. It's like no heads up, no nothing there. It's really puzzling. And then him saying the other day, I think it was yesterday because Bader got picked off. There seems to be a lot of base running blunders as of late, and him saying how, the base running errors are more glaring because we don't score many runs. I mean, well, yeah, I guess, but like, what does that even mean? It seems like he just bends over backwards to defend his team, which I do understand to a degree, but it's like, at a certain point, it's like, we gotta be better. We have to start improving. This is not acceptable. And it seems like this is kind of acceptable, right? We're like punting on games. I know we've talked about this in the past, but that one Orioles game where Aaron Judge just doesn't play the third game of the series. He was just coming back from injury, but it's like, no sense of urgency, man. And that's what's extremely frustrating for Yankee fans. It seems like there's no sense of urgency, no let's go attitude. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it definitely will be tough. Dave, you got any final input there?
Jack, what do you think about Aaron Boone's impersonation abilities?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's because I'm so mad at the Yankees that almost everything they do just pisses me off, but I guess it was funny. It just seemed like, every time he gets ejected now, I don't really care. It's just like, it seems like he's trying to pretend to me that he cares. Like, I know he cares, but it's like, the actions don't seem like you care, right? Some of the lineups don't seem like you care. Some of the bullpen moves don't seem like you care, or that we care as an organization. But, so, I'm good on the whole impersonation.
Well, Jack,
Sure.
I care about you, so I'm going to switch the mood up a little bit. And I think we're going to start doing this as a whole, fellas, because it's just getting tough watching you guys suffer through the Mets and Yankees season. I want to start having more fun. I want to start pumping out episodes more regularly again and playing more games and doing more things. And it all starts right now. I have a new game coming your way. We are going to call it Big D's Top 5. Okay, Big D's Top 5 kind of works like this. So here's how we're going to do it. I've prepared a list of historical top 5 leaders in certain statistical categories. I will name a year and the statistical categories, and you guys will take turns guessing who is on the top 5 of that list. If you guess the number, kind of like Family Feud, right? If you guess the top number 1 person, you get 5 points. 2 is 4 points, 3 is 3. You guys are going to take turns, and the little stipulation, similar to Family Feud, is, I guess I could have called this Big D's Family Feud, but I didn't. Copyright and stuff, Stipulation, right. You get 3 X's. If you guess 3 wrong players, you are out, and you no longer get a chance to guess that category, okay?
Now, quick question, if you don't mind me asking. Are these for our respective teams, or is this just baseball? MLB.
It is just baseball. With Jack, we're done talking about just our
Ooh,
respective
thank-
teams. I
thank
can't
God,
do
Dave.
it anymore.
That just made my day.
So we are going to test your guys' baseball knowledge as a whole. And
Love
V, I'm going to go ahead and put you in the hot seat first. All right, so you're
love-
going to be up first in
I'm
Big
pumped.
D's top 5. All right, fellas, speaking of our respective teams, so there are still elements because at the end of the day, we are who we are, and we are a Mets and Yankees New York baseball podcast. So
Unfortunately.
we we picked a great year to start this. Speaking of a great year for New York baseball, we are going to start in the year 2000. And we are going to go with the top 5 strikeout leaders for the year 2000 in terms of pitchers. So, V, you're going to go ahead first. You have to name someone who finished that season in the top 5 for strikeouts.
Give me Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson was, in fact, number 1 with 347 strikeouts. So, V, you just awarded yourself 5 points.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
No, now it's
I
Jack's
will-
turn. Now it's Jack's
Oh,
turn.
I'm sorry.
Take turns.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't explain that, so we alternate.
Dave, can I get Roger Clemens?
Jack, he did not finish top 5 in
Wow.
strikeouts that year, so that is 1x for you, Jack. V,
Damn.
you are up next. These statistics are all according to ESPN.
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez finished in second with 284 strikeouts. So, V, you are up to 9 points on this category alone. Jack, you're up next with 1 strike.
Damn. No Clemens.
That shocked me. I thought he had it too. Is there a timer?
I mean, we're getting to
let
it,
me
whatever
think.
it is.
Can I see Kevin Brown?
What a name.
Jack, Kevin Brown finished in 4th place with 216
Wow.
strikeouts. You just got 2 points, and V would have never guessed him.
Nope. Never.
Nope.
I'm going to go with Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddux did not finish in the top 5, so that is 1x for you, V. We are looking for 3 and 5. You each have an X. Jack, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go Tom Glavine.
What's my next guess?
Tom Glavine did not finish in the top 5. That is 2 X's for you, Jack. V, you just have 1.
We are gonna go.
I'd be shocked if you guys get
man.
number 3.
Jim
Hey,
Johnson.
Jack, do we have a... Jim Johnson is not on the top 5 list, so that is your second strike. Jack, you have 1 strike left. If you don't get this, V has a chance to clear the board. Not that I think he will, but I'd be impressed if he did.
2000. I'm trying to think of the good teams. I'm gonna go Mike Mussina.
Mike Mussina did not finish top 5 in strikeouts in the year 2000, so Jack, you are out. V, you have 1 strike left if you can guess it.
Fernando Venezuela. Venezuela? Is that how you say it? No. Too old.
I don't know who
I
that
think-
is, but he's not in this list, so V, you have 3 strikes.
30 years off.
What, 90? He played in the 80s and 90s?
I think 70s and 80s.
Oh, shit. My bad.
That's all right, V. Hey, you still did great on that board. You finished with 9 points to Jack's 2. Fellas, in third place, Chan-Ho Park threw 217 strikeouts for the
Wow.
Dodgers. In fifth place, friend of the show, Big Sexy himself, Bartolo Colon threw 212 strikeouts. All right, very good. Hey, Jack, you are going to start us off for this next category, and I'm going to bring you back to a much sweeter year of 2009.
Okay.
A year that Yankees fans are fond of. We are going to name the top 5 teams in terms of wins that season. Top 5 teams that finished with the most wins.
Okay.
You're up first,
Start us
Jack.
off with the Yankees.
Jack, you would be correct. The Yankees won 103 games that season, so they are the number 1 team. You just got 5 points.
I will go snag the Phillies.
The Phillies finished with 93 wins, which ranks them in 5th place. So, V, you got 1 point. I was a little
All
shocked
right.
to see that, too.
How about the Angels, Dave?
Angels were a good squad that year as well. Jack, they finished with 97 wins, putting them in 2nd place. You just got 4 points. Two teams
Can
left,
I-
they tied. So whoever gets it first will get the, I don't know, tiebreakers and everything. So whoever gets it first will get the 3-point answer.
I will take the Dodgers.
That was an excellent choice, V, because the Dodgers finished with 95 wins, tied for another team, but we will consider them the 3rd place team, giving yourself 3 points. Will we clear this board, Jack?
2009. I'm trying to think of that NL side. So I'm between a couple teams here. 2009. There was a year the Cubs were good in there. I don't know if it's 2009. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Twins.
The Minnesota Twins won their division that year, but they only had 87 wins, so they did not finish in the top 5. Jack, you receive your first strike.
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Reds.
The Cincinnati Reds finished in 3rd place in the division with 78 wins, so they most certainly were not top 5 in the league. You get your first strike, V.
When were they good? 2011? 2012?
Yeah, a little bit after.
Damn.
I'm gonna go with the Chicago Cubs.
Jack, the Chicago Cubs finished 2nd in their division with 83 wins, so you just got
Damn.
your 2nd strike.
So it's whoever
gotta
won
clear
the
this
Central
table.
that year.
We got to clear this table.
It's not the Pirates. There's no way. So I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Milwaukee Brewers finished 3rd in the division with 80 wins, so V, you just got your 2nd strike. You guys have one more chance. You got this. Come on.
St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals were the winner of that division with 91 wins, so they are not in the top 5. Jack, you are out of contention for this last spot. Come on, V.
We're going to
They
go
tied with the Dodgers.
Boston Red Sox.
He really just sniped that. It was the Boston Red Sox coming in 2nd in the AL East with 95 wins, tying the Dodgers for 3rd or 4th most in the league. So, V, you just awarded yourself 6 points to Jack's 9. It is now 11 Jack, 15 V. So, V, you got the lead.
The Red Sox make the playoffs that year?
They did. They did.
Really?
I don't know how it ended, but they looks like they were a wild card spot.
Okay.
All right, V. I'll bring you to a bittersweet year of 2015. It wasn't that bad, like all things considered. I'd probably take that year over this year, right?
I agree. 100%.
Okay, all right. So we are going to name the top 5 finishers in terms of batting average for the season 2015. Using the minimum qualification standards, of course.
Well, of course.
Naturally. So V, you are up first.
Who the heck won a batting title
See,
that year?
this is a tough for me, at least personally. These years, like 13,
Weren't
14,
that fun, Jack?
15, no, because this is the Yankees' bad years. I don't think I was as much of a baseball nerd as I usually was in these years, but I'm trying to remember.
Well, I'm gonna just safely go with a Mike Trout guess here.
Nothing too safe about that guess, V, because he did not finish top 5, and you just award yourself your first strike.
Whew. Okay.
I'm gonna go with. I know this might sound weird, but I know there's one year where this guy either led the MLB or the NL. I don't know if he qualified though, but D. Gordon.
D. Gordon finished with a 333 batting average that year, ranking him second in 2015. So, Jack, that is a great guess, giving yourself 4 points.
Let's go.
Wow. Nice guess, Jack. There, I gotta give you props.
Thanks.
2015. Can I get a Miguel Cabrera?
You sure can, V. He finished with a 338, making him the leader in batting average that year, giving you 5 points for that guess.
2015. Trying to think of MVP during this time. It might have been Miguel. Is this his triple crown year? No. 2015.
If I'm not mistaken, Donaldson won it this year.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I think Donaldson won it 15 or 16. I'm pretty sure it's 15. I'll tell you right now, though, I vividly remember him only batting like 280.
Yeah, I don't think he's on this list. Can I get Ryan Braun, Dave, on the list?
I would love to give it to you, Jack, but I will give you your first strike instead. So you each got a strike. We need 3, 4, and 5.
NL MVP of that year, Bryce Harper, is probably on this list.
Bryce Harper did finish with a 330 batting average, ranking him third, giving you 3 more points, V. It's a great guess. You're up to 8 on this board. I don't think you guys are going to get number 5.
Don't down me here.
I'm doubting you. Unless I give you his height and weight measurements, you're not getting this man.
It's Curtis Granderson, isn't it?
No. Not quite.
No.
I'm going to go with Joe Mauer.
Ooh.
Joe Mauer is not on this list, Jack. That's your second strike. 1 more remaining for you. V, sitting with 1, as I am doubting him very much.
Victor Martinez.
I was right to doubt you because he is not on this list. You just got your second strike. Jack, come away with some points here. You got to get something.
2015. 15. Damn it. This is tough. I'm going to go Joey Votto.
Joey Votto did not finish top 5 in batting average for 2015. So, Jack, you are out. You did come away with 4 points, leaving you with 15 in total on the game. V, you currently have 8, but let's see if you can add to your lead here. What are you thinking?
I have a speed guy in mind, and I want to lean that way, but I don't. I don't know when he came into the league, but I guarantee you a Colorado Rocky is on this list. And Kadire won it in 2014, the NL batting title. So I'm just gonna guess I have like 4 guesses. I'm gonna go with Nolan Arenado though.
Nolan Arenado is not on this list. So that is your third strike, but that's okay. You walk away with 8 points, extending your lead to 23-15. Guys, number 4, Paul Goldschmidt batted .321 that season. And number 5, this man had a 4-year career, only played 4 years. Chris Colabello on the Toronto Blue Jays also batted .321. Chris Colabello. 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 I'm not making it up. It says it right here. That's why I doubted you, V. That's why I doubted you.
Fair enough.
Who the hell?
All right. Guys, let's test your short-term memory. Let's bring it back to just a couple years ago. Let's go back to 2019.
Okay.
And we are going to do home run leaders for the season 2019. Jack, you're up first.
Oh, God. 2019. So this is the year.
It's the Juice Ball year.
Yeah, so there might be wacky ass names on this list. I'm trying to think. 2019. Hmm.
Hey, V, is there a time limit?
Oh, I'm ready to give it to him.
What do you got for us, Jack? Or you can just take an X.
No, I'm not taking an X.
All right, I'm going to need an answer in 15 seconds.
Okay. Mike Trout.
Okay, you gave me an answer. Mike Trout did finish in 5th place, so you awarded yourself 1 point. He had 45 home runs that season. V had a very big smile when I announced this category.
How did you not remember that Big Meat Pete broke Aaron Judge's record and was the league leader in home runs? You mean that 5 points on the top of the board?
He is correct. He led the league with 53 home runs that year. Jack was really hoping you prevented that whole commentary, but it's all right. It's all right. You're still alive in this category, so let's see. We got to find 2, 3, and 4. Who you got for us, Jack?
I don't know, guys. I'm struggling here. 2019 seems like such a weird year. 2019.
I think I got one. I can't think of anybody else, though.
2019. Oh, my goodness.
I will say it's definitely names you guys know. I don't know if it's names you would expect to be top 5 in home runs.
Right. That's why. Can I get Kyle Schwarber?
Kyle Schwarber did not finish in the top 5 of home runs. Jack, that is your first strike. V, you are up.
Eugenio Suarez.
That is a great guess, V, because he finished 2nd, 4 home runs shy of Alonso with 49 home runs. So you, sir, just awarded yourself 4 more points, 9 on this category.
V remembers his home run race like it's the back of his hand.
V has some good general baseball knowledge.
Oh, okay. This is the year the Twins hit all those home runs, right? So there's got to be a twin on here. I'm gonna go Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz finished with... I don't know, because he's not in the top 5. Jack, that's your second strike.
God.
That was mean.
I'm sorry. It's a great guess, though.
I'm gonna go with Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman did not finish in the top 5. So that is your first XV. Jack, you got to get some points here. 2 strikes.
There's got to be a twin on this list. I swear there's a twin. Because I think they still have the record for the most home runs they hit this year. This might be a bad guess, but I'm going to guess Miguel Sano.
Well, Jack, you are right in one thing. That was a bad guess because he did not finish top 5. That is your 3rd strike. V,
Bam.
you can really just run away with this one here. 2 guesses left.
2019 Jorge Soler when he was on the Royals.
Jorge Soler finished in 3rd with 48 home runs. V, you effectively won the grand total of the game because I don't think Jack can catch you at this point. But let's see if you can clear this board. We are looking for number 4 in top 5 home runs for 2019.
Oh, I'm going?
Yeah, keep going.
We are gonna go with a guess of Josh Donaldson when he was on the Braves.
It is not Josh Donaldson, so that is your 2nd strike. You do have one more guess at an attempt to clear this board.
We will go with Adam Duvall.
Adam Duvall is not on this list.
Damn.
Guys, 4th place finisher, Cody Bellinger with 47.
Oh.
Cody Bellinger with
Yeah.
47.
Got that one.
So we have a grand total in points of 35 to 16 in favor of V. The maximum you can get per board, I believe, if my math is mathin', is 15. So, like I said, Jack, you lost the game, but let me propose something to you, V. We've got one more top 5 category. If Jack clears this board in its entirety, it's all tied up. What do we think?
Okay, why not? Let's have some fun. I'm a gambling
All right.
man.
You are a gambling man, except you get no positive outcome for taking this gamble. But I like it. So, Jack, it's your time to shine. Again, I'm going to test your short-term memory here. We are going to go way back to the year 2022. And we are going to name the top 5 leaders in wins as a pitcher. You get 3 strikes to name the top 5.
Top 5 wins. Wins is such a weird stat. Oh, Maron. Can I see Sandy Alcantara?
No, you cannot, Jack. He's not on the top 5. That is your first strike.
You gotta think of a good offensive team.
Yeah, Jack, you're going to keep rolling
I'm just going to keep going. Okay,
Yep.
Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander finished in 2nd with 18 wins.
Okay. So those are our 2 Cy Youngs, right? How about... I want to see this guy. Good offensive teams. How about Garrett Cole?
Jack, I wish, but unfortunately he did not finish in the top 5. So you are at 2 strikes, and you have 4 players remaining.
This is not good. I remember Max Scherzer had like a 2.2 ERA. I don't know if he won the games because he didn't. Corbin Burns, Dave.
No. Corbin Burns was not in the top 5.
For shits and gigs, can I go for
go.
it?
Of course, go ahead. I'll give you 3 strikes and everything.
Give me Max Fried.
No, I will not give you Max Fried. That is your first strike.
I will take. Wow, it's so certain he won a lot of games. Maybe that was 21.
He was hurt, right? Didn't he miss a lot of time?
I'm thinking of 2021. Shoot. Give me a Zach Wheeler.
Not in the top 5. No Zach Wheeler. You got one more strike.
Framber Valdez.
Framber Valdez did finish with 17 wins. He is tied for 3rd and 4th. So it doesn't really matter because we're not doing points. But yes, he's in the top 5.
Give me a Luis Castillo. No.
No.
What about Zach Gallen?
No Zach Gallen. Wow.
What about Luis Urias? Or no, I'm sorry. Arias.
Yes, he tied.
Julio.
The Dodgers pitcher.
Julio Urias.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yes. He tied with Framber for 17, so he is on the list. You guys want to keep going? I'll entertain you. What's up?
We're missing number 1?
1 and 5.
How many wins did one get?
21.
Who the hell won 21 games?
Lord. Shane McClanahan.
Oh, that's a good pick.
No.
Not good enough.
Is it a Brave, Dave? Is number 1 a Brave?
Number 1 is a Brave.
So if it wasn't
Strider?
Nah, he came up as a rookie. That
Charlie
Morton?
This is embarrassing.
Who the hell am I missing on the
Maybe
Braves?
we
That won
should
21.
stick to the Mets and Yankees.
Not Soroka. Not Soroka.
Mike Soroka?
No.
No.
Who the
Let me
fudge
see. Let me
won
see if I can
21?
give you some clues. It's been on the Braves since 2018. Last year was a fluke, for sure.
Was it Elder? It wasn't Elder.
Nah, he's a rookie this
He's
year.
a rookie.
In his first year, he got 0 wins. In his second year, he got 0 wins. In his third year, he got 2. In his fourth year, he got 0. Last year, he got 21. This year, he currently has 0.
Is he hurt? He must be hurt.
It looks like he might be hurt. He's appeared in 5 games thus far. His first name is Kyle.
Kyle Wright.
Kyle Wright finished with 21 wins last year.
Jesus
Kyle
Christ.
808 win percentage. 319
Wow.
ERA.
Yeah, he had a good year.
He had a good year. And then you want to take a stab at 5, or should we end your misery?
What team?
I believe Padres.
Snell?
Darvish?
Neither of those two. You Darvish. Finished with 16
It's crazy
wins.
how much has changed. Like, Darvish having a terrible year. Kyle Wright, I mean,
Hurt.
fell off.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Urias
Overall-
having a good year.
Yeah. Pitch clock. Am I right, fellas?
Right.
Overall, excellent job. Let's get back to the Mets and Yankees for just a couple minutes. Any kind of last minute glimpses of hope, things you're looking for, things that you're excited
Nope.
about?
Well, I don't know when this is going to come out. I'm assuming that probably after tonight's game. I think that's a pretty safe bet. But if you're somehow hearing this, maybe you two could take in this knowledge. Bet Braves Yankees over. Bet yes first run in the first inning. First inning run. Bet Luis Severino under on outs recorded. Bet first inning over 5.5 runs. The score might be 72-3. I'm not even kidding. It's gotten to the point, and I get it as a Yankee fan, and like as someone that understands the injuries that they're going through right now. They're just trotting out Severino and just hoping that he gives you like 3 solid innings, or just giving up like 3 runs over 3 innings. I think they would take that. They would take that. They're just trying to get outs. They have no healthy arms left, or I think they do another bullpen game, but they just did 2 in a row. So yeah,
I'm gonna title this episode "How Jack B Became a Millionaire" because it's gonna air after the fact, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I saw the Mets just face the Braves, and that was ugly. So.
Yeah, but the worst pitcher in baseball facing the Braves in Atlanta.
I mean, I don't know. You should have seen the bullpen arms the Mets were bringing out. It was names I haven't. I listen.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think, but it's like I don't know. 4 hitters are hitting like one.
Do you think the Braves score more than 21 runs?
That's a good point. Probably not. But I don't know. I hope because I bet the over. So, and, the Yankees aren't scoring. So
that's a good point. It's a good point. Well, boys, I'm very happy that we're gonna start doing more general baseball stuff on here because of how shitty the Mets and Yankees seasons have progressed.
V, I blame you for this. You know why?
Me too.
What the fuck
Me
did I
too.
do?
First episode, first time we did preseason predictions. V said he predicts the Yankees and Mets face off in the World Series.
97 wins each. 97 wins.
Yep.
Can you believe it?
Yep.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he said.
Jack said they were both going to win 100.
I don't think I said that.
You
took
might
the
have,
over.
Jack. I don't know. You might have.
You took the over on the wins on 97 and a half.
On both teams?
Both teams.
All right. Well, I didn't say anything about a World Series.
So don't blame me now.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and blame the both of you because I've just had to sit here and watch you be wrong. And it's just, you guys are my friends at the end of the day, and it's just tough. It's tough. So hopefully we can see you guys have some fun in the future. But, hey, we got to, again, with all these games, we got to have some fun this season. We got to keep the conversation engaged on social media. So, fellas, we got to let the listeners know, V, where can they find us on Instagram? Where can they slide in your DMs?
At BQB Podcast. You can DM, you can like, you can comment, you can share, you can do all those things at BQB Podcast.
Jack, how about the talks? You want people sliding in your DMs on the talk?
Yeah. Check us out on the talk at BQB Podcast. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a DM even.
Give
Check
us
us
a
out.
DM. Yeah, Jack will see you first. So if you like Jack, go to talk. I'll be on Twitter. I'm just kidding. V pretty much does it all. But Twitter, at BQB Podcast. That's why we were so boring when he was gone, because the man was busy. But on Twitter, at BQB Podcast. Let us know what you think. Listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, blah, 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 blah. Fellas, real quick, top 5 fans. Top 5 fans. Who we think we got? Number 1's my dad. My dad's killing it.
My mom's got to be up there.
Your mom's up there. I think my brother's another top fan on Facebook.
He is. I think he's a rising fan.
Rising. I was going to say, it's got to be the over 80 crowd on Facebook. They got to be at least in the top 3.
It's the Bartolo Colon fanboys.
Yeah.
Is what makes us even semi-relevant.
That video is at 777,000 views. Last I checked.
Good for us. Hey,
and how could we forget? How could we forget Eduardo Escobar? Eduardo Escobar's got to be in the top 5.
Yep.
Got a good point.
And I also gotta mention my mother as well, because she does listen and will yell at me for not mentioning her. So keep listening, keep up the sport. If you want to be in our top 5, give us a listen. Tell someone to listen to us, because then tell someone in your top 5 to listen to us. That would be great. With that being said, hopefully this was fun for you fellas. Hopefully it was fun for the listeners. Let's turn the season around. Let's at least make our own fun, all right? We'll look forward to doing that next time. We'll see you guys then.